All right, let's take a call out of the gate. You're calling from an 847 area code. Who are you? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Michael, it's Josh from Chicago.
Hey, Josh. How are you, Josh?
I hate Melinda Katz.
Melinda Katz is not good. What's going on in
Not
Queens?
good.
What's going on?
Okay, so I've been working on this, actually.
Oh, great. Good. The
Cabán
Cabán
stuff.
campaign?
In fact, I spent a lot of my 4th of July going through data and stuff like that instead of barbecuing. But I think, so basically, as people know, on Election Day, Tiffany Cabán declared victory by like 1,100 votes, which is, of course, not a sizable margin. It's about a percentage point victory, I think, is what she had. And
Right.
We were told by election experts who know what they're talking about, which they said it's basically mathematically impossible for Melinda Katz to win, even if she'd have to get something like 70% absentee ballots
Right.
on when they count absentee ballots.
Yep.
The day before July 4th, July 3rd in the evening, Melinda Katz declared victory after not saying anything by 20 votes on the absentee count, because the Board of Elections threw out a bunch of affidavit ballots
Right.
and didn't count them.
Right.
A lot of these affidavit ballots are thrown out for stupid reasons, including literally there are 114 in court right now saying they basically did not fill out that they were a member of the Democratic Party in the party field. And actually there is a bill right now that should be on Andrew Cuomo's desk, which would actually force those affidavits to be counted. It would actually prevent a lot of reasons for why people have to fill out affidavit ballots in the first place. Conveniently, Andrew Cuomo's refused to sign this. I don't know why. It's weird.
Yeah, it's surprising.
But
He's usually a big
surprising,
fan of democracy.
he declared he was the left. I don't know.
Right.
I think for me, and I think this is the thing that I know a lot of us said at the time during the primaries in 2016, or some people said that those primaries were stolen, or it felt like the Clinton people were stealing the primaries. And I don't think that was the case. I think Sanders just lost. He didn't run a good enough campaign.
No, I think both of those stances are wrong. I think whatever. Yeah.
This is a stolen election. This is what a stolen election looks like, and these people are trying to steal an election because this is a bigger deal than AOC winning, and this is a bigger deal than even someone like Julia winning because of the implications that this has, and also the fact that this is a borough-wide election.
No, I think that's... look, there's no question. And by the way, I'll just say, maybe I shouldn't open this up, but I think, look, the big picture is that, yes, Hillary Clinton won more votes than Bernie Sanders. And I think there were some areas that, if I recall, there was some ridiculous stuff that was, look, there were places that it literally was the rules, right? But there were some caucuses that Bernie won, but Hillary ended up getting more delegates from. That's clearly a problem, right? I wouldn't be shocked that if Sanders Clinton was a 50-50 race and it came down to some vote counting in Queens, I would, this is exactly the type of thing that I would be looking for in terms of tipping the election in an illegitimate way. So, yeah, that's what they're doing. It's a machine. And I think this is a good point of not getting into, yes, it's stolen. If this is more analogous to the way 2000 was stolen in Florida. That's what they're doing. They are getting ballots that should be counted to be thrown out on the most spurious of technicalities to basically drag their preferred candidate across the finish line. Yeah, that's totally illegitimate. It's democratically illegitimate. So even if it crosses, whatever boxes because Cuomo hasn't signed this law, it's fundamentally an illegitimate election. In the same, by the way, it's a different circumstance, but that was what was great with Stacey Abrams in Georgia. I acknowledge that I'm not going to be governor, but I'm not going to congratulate the guy whose whole win is based on voter suppression.
Yeah.
No. So what are the state of things now, though? Is this still in play?
Yeah, I think she's going to win. I think Cabana's going to win because right now there's about 114 ballots in court. The court date was supposed to be yesterday, but it's been pushed back till after the manual recount.
Okay.
So I think there's two scenarios here that are working in our favor. One, the fact that I think actually, it's funny enough, the judge is actually a Republican judge. They moved it from the Queens Supreme Court to the Brooklyn Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, that's probably better for us than if it was part of the Queens Democratic machine.
Right.
One of the judges.
Definitely.
So I think these votes are going to get counted because these people, I spoke to one yesterday. I'm not going to go into any details, but this person was a registered Democrat. And the other thing that I think is working in our favor as well is, if people remember, and I don't know how many votes Bill Nelson gained or lost in the manual recount, but that really didn't matter because it was still, it wasn't close enough to really be affected by a manual recount.
Right.
This is now 16 votes because we gained four votes when they did open up six affidavit ballots and found 5 for Cabán.
Yep.
I think it's also very likely that this will get flipped back to Cabán on a manual recount, or it's going to become even closer. I would advise people not to pay attention to Sean King on this because he's been tweeting some pretty erroneous facts. People don't know what an affidavit ballot has been cast for until they open it up.
Okay.
And a lot of affidavit ballots are just never open.
Okay.
I would follow Christina Chung, who's done a really good job of reporting, very thorough. And it actually, you don't have to be biased to show how ridiculous this process is. And her just fact of the matter reporting on this shows is almost the perfect, I don't want to say satire, but it's the perfect critique of these people because it shows just how stupid these people are.
All right. Well, Josh.
How ridiculous.
Yeah. So that's one scenario. And then was there a second scenario?
Well, the worst scenario would be if Melinda Katz, I think this is going to keep getting dragged out for a while.
Right.
It's very possible winner isn't even declared in July. I don't know what the rules are about WFP running Cabán in the fall if Melinda Katz is indeed declared the winner. But if WFP could run her, I think there would be. I
think there's no doubt that if they actually hustle this for her, that there needs to be, whether it's independent or whatever else, we would need to figure out a way for Cabán to run in the fall. WFP maybe. I'm a little wary of them in some ways, but if they do it, that would be great. And that would be a perfect line for her to run on. But I would say even looking at just potentially a completely independent run.
Independent run. Because I think Katz is very dangerous, actually. There's been a lot in her history that's been revealed, including the fact that she at one point dated the founder of the Guardian Angels in New York, Christopher Silva.
She did?
And yes, she did.
The guy with That's actually pretty funny. Okay. Curtis Lewa.
It's hilarious.
Curtis
It's
Lewa over
scary
here. All right, man. So she's kind of like a Sopranos character. All right.
She kind of is.
Josh, I appreciate the call. We'll stay focused on this. All right, man.
Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bye.